Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. And this is a new session which I am going to create the continuous videos on how to clear SIF exam. So that is a common derivative series 13. So which I have already cleared this exam April 2025. And recently I trained two of my friends and they got also cleared. The main thing which I focused in the calculations, so that kind of calculations which I'm going to discuss, then it may be helping you to clear that SIF exam very easy. And I'm going to discuss in this series of videos regarding the maths, how we can use the shortcuts to clear that particular max by using the some logic which I find it out with that, and the shortcut methods that I'm going to discuss here, and each and every question I'm going to with an explanation I'm going to discuss in this video. And if you want to clear this in NISM, so you may be this video may be useful, and this is purely for informational and educational. It doesn't claim any other things. It is purely for informational and educational purpose, and how to solve this max which I'm going to explain with this video. And if you are new to my channel, and you can subscribe the channel and you can watch this series of videos, and it will be helping you to find those max logics for completing this NISM series 13 common derivative or SIF exam. So here I have already cleared 1 year back, and the two people I trained them, they will be also get cleared 70% and 60 plus percentage. And what kind of max? It is about a derivative max, that is three examinations on the equity derivative, common derivative, and bond market. Okay, so here I just taken out the max questions like equity derivative, how we can easily achieve this. For an example, a trader buys January ABC 768 and the lot size is 1200. What is the profit or loss is squared of this position? So while you are going to calculate the profit or loss, simply there is a one formula, whatever the price which is given, the logic which you to use, sell minus buy, you will be getting profit. Okay, so this is what a simple logic. So if you are doing this, the calculator is allowed on this exam, you can use. And first you need to find out the position. So trader buys January call option, they clearly mentioned they bought it around 768, but in this case they are not clearly mentioned. They sold. He squared up. Squared up means he was taken a long position, that is buy means he squared up, or squares off means he is closing the position, or he is exiting the position, squared up this position, or something they are giving you indirectly. So squared up means he was taken a buy, he squared at, initially he taken a sale means he squared means he are buying. So something like the 778 minus 768, he will be getting 10 rupees per share. Okay, then they are given a lot size. Lot size is the multiples of quantity. So 10 into 1200. So we will be getting, the answer is 12,000. That is what the answer for this question. Answer A. Sell minus buy is equal to profit. So selling price minus buying price, you will be easily getting that exact answers. Okay. The second one. So in option segment, if you are buying a call option premium 35 rupees, he bought it, strike price 400, the lot is 20. What is the maximum profit? See, in option logic, this is not about a question for a max calculation. It is about whether you know the logic or not. For example, buyer of an option get limited loss, that is what the premium paid to get the rights, premium paid, and the profit of this particular option buying is unlimited profit. So this is what the logic. And if the seller of the option, okay, so seller of the option profit limited, So the limited to the premium received, because after while buying the option you are paying the premium, while selling the option you are receiving the premium, and in this case loss is unlimited. So this logic, whether they are asking this logic you know or not, such a kind of question this was. Loss is unlimited. So this is the things which you have to understand. So in this case here he was buying a call option, whatever the premium, whatever the strike price, what should be the maximum possible profit should be unlimited. And if they are asking what should be the maximum loss, 35 into number of quantity, that is what maximum loss means here, because the premium paid is the maximum loss. So in this case they are asking what should be the possible maximum benefit is about unlimited. That is what the thing which you can understand whether you know the logic or not. And the third one, this is you sold a call option. You sold a call option, the strike price the same which your last example which you are discussing. You sold a call option, the strike price 250, you received a premium of 16. What would be the maximum loss on the purchase? The same logic you can apply. So seller of the call option, sold and sell or seller both are same. Seller of the option, loss is unlimited. What should be the maximum loss in this? In this case, this is what the unlimited. So whether you know this logic or not. So maximum loss is unlimited. So this is also one more question we can once you understood the logic. And here one more thing, here sold a put option 300, ABC stock option premium 20, the lot size is 1000. On expiry day stock closes 250. Okay, so here whether you know about the intrinsic value or not. So you are taking a 300. So like this, if you are making 300 put option, your put option 300, you buy or sold. You sold at 20 rupees. Just mark it. Buy, sell minus buy should be exact. Here sell minus buy should be the exact answer you will be easily getting. So just use this sell minus buy formula for the logic which you are getting a profit calculation. Sell minus buy. So he sold 20 rupees, and where it is closed, maybe that you sold 20, but they don't provide you where you are exited, but you need to identify what should be the closing price. For an example, 300 call option, put option, market is down. So if market is down, stock is down, put price will increase. If stock is moving higher, call price will increase, put price will decrease. In this case, call will decrease. So these are all the logic we have to know. So how much points which is decreased from your strike price in case of put option? So it is exactly 50. So from 300 strike price, the stock down by 50 points. So exactly the settlement price or the closing price or the intrinsic value of this particular put option should be 50 rupees. Okay, so you bought 20, you sold it around, you sold 20 and you bought it 50. So you will be getting negative of 30. Lot size is 1000. You will be lose of 30,000 rupees in this particular transaction, because you sold a put and market down. So this would be the answer for this kind of question. In this case, in this question, mainly the closing price where you exited is not given. You have to calculate based on the intrinsic value. So you need to know intrinsic value logic, then you can easily answer this question. So this is what one more question, finding out the loss or profit, or a trading cum clearing member who purchased 1000 and sold 1000 and purchased and sold how many contract is sold it, and what should be the number of outstanding contract to towards the clearing exchange or clearing member. So for example, a trading cum clearing member, client tax. So client tax who purchased and sold 1000 and 2000. He purchased and sold 1000 contract and 2000 contract. Okay, and again trading cum clearing member has purchased 2200 and 1500. He purchased and sold. Purchased is almost 2200 and sold is 1500. How many contract? This is a TM, trading cum clearing member. So how many contract is open? So 2000 minus 1000. So outstanding contract is 1000. In this case, outstanding contract is 700. So if a client's open position is 1000, trading member open position is 700. So but as a trading member towards the clearing corporation, so we need to add both 1700 total number of outstanding position in the client as well as the trading member. So 1700 should be the outstanding number of contracts they want to be settled, or it is going to be given. Okay, so bought 100 shares 980. He expects price to go up, but he wants to protect himself, price falls. It is about a stop loss order. He doesn't want to lose more than 1000 rupees. Simply he bought 100 share. He don't want to lose more than 1000 rupees. So 1000 divided by 100 shares. Okay, so here stop loss order 1000 divided by 100 shares, so 10 rupees. So what I want to, he don't want to lose more than 10 rupees. He already bought. So when he made a loss, if the price falls, because he already bought it. So 10 rupees below 970. So if the stock goes below 970, he will lose more than 1000. So but he want to limit the loss by up to 1000 rupees. So he must place a order at 970. Here this 970 is there. So which one he want to do? Because he already bought it, so he must place a stop loss order to protect himself. So stop loss order of 100 shares at ABC shares at 970. So this is what the right. So simply you have to calculate the stop loss values, and then you have to if it goes down you are making loss, and you have to subtract that value and you can place a stop loss order. If it is a limit sell order, means the current the trade would be happen at the current market price, because you are selling values less than the current market price. It can be executed in the live, that is whatever the current price going on, then it will be executed. So here 34 contract ABC future and contract multiplier 50 initial margin. So initial margin if they are asking, so it is initial margin we are calculating based on the total contract value. So how do we find out a contract value? First we need to calculate the contract value. So contract value is nothing about the price of the stock multiplied by the lot size. So simply we to easily solve this one, 2450 is the price and 50 multiplied by the lot size. So what should be the value we can get for this? 2450 into 50 is the lot size. So we will be getting 122500. So this is what the overall contract value. So now 7% from this, 7% of what this is, we have to calculate into 7%, that would be 8575. So this is what, 8575. So this is what the margin required to do the one lot of particular ABC future. So but here the question is how much 34 lots multiplied by 34, you will be getting exact what the answer is, 291550. If you are multiplying this 291550, so this is what the margin required to execute the trade of 34 quantity of this particular ABC future contract. This is what the type of question they are asking you about, the margin, required margin. Sometimes what how they will ask you two different stocks they will give. That means two types of stocks they will give, and they will ask you what is the margin required for this particular trade. Like two here, one more price and one more lot size they will give, and they will ask you how much margin is required to do that. Something kind of questions will be happen again like this. Two different, you have to do the two different calculations. And thinks the market will go down. He sells 10 lot of index at 3.5. His prediction comes true. Index falls. Ganesh buy back. What is the profit or loss? Here again, sell minus buy. So whatever it has happened, so you can do this formula. You will be never get negative also. But initially, he sell 10 lot. He sell 10 lots of 3500. His selling value is 3500. And minus his buying value is 3410. So almost sell minus buy is profit, right? So if you are calculating sell minus buy, 90 rupees is a profit. Okay, so here how many Ganesh you made if one lot index 50 rupees lot size. Okay, 90 into 50. So how much he made of one lot of profit? 4,500. But they are asking you 10 lots. So the answer is 45,000. He was making a profit because after his sale market is goes down, so he will be easily make the profit of 45,000. Sales ABC future 745. What is the profit or loss? So same, sell minus buy question only. Sell minus buy 745 is sold and he bought it back 754. So to identify the profit, you need to calculate. So this will be giving you negative value. 745 selling minus 754 is buying. You will be getting minus 9 rupees. So lot size is 1500. So you can go with minus 9 into 1500. Just you will be getting the answer. If you are using sell minus buy, you will be easily get minus 13,500 is the right answer for this one. I hope you understood. And what would be the next? Yeah, at price level 6,900 ABC future contract. What is the contract value? One lot of contract. Simple. Previously we are calculating the margin. Before calculating the margin, we are finding out the contract value. Simple logic is 6,900 into 50. What should be the answer? 6,900 into 50. 50. 345 because it's a only one lot they are asking. So remaining questions, let me check next one. One lot contract price is 3, the contract size is the same question that what we have seen last. 3200 into 1500, 3200 into 150, so 48 should be the answer. So simply multiply these two numbers to get the contract value. Okay, this will be, we will see on up to this which we are discussing, and we will discussing remaining on our the next session. Meanwhile, if you like this video, hit your like button, and if you have any questions or doubts, just comment on the comment box. If you want more detail, just ping me on my WhatsApp number which shown on this video. If you have any other questions also, you can just ping and comment me. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. If you are new, kindly subscribe the channel too. Thank you.